Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one, the only Rum Boys Fantasy Network. I am your host, the Admiral Rum Boys Robbie, at your service, ladies and gentlemen. And today for Business and Brews, you guys know it's Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. And we do Business and Brews on Thirsty Thursdays. We're going to have a couple of drinks. We're going to talk about what goes inside to the sports industry and the podcasting industry, what goes into making our full-length productions, so on and so forth. We're going to be introducing you to several members of the podcasting industry, from different walks of life, from NFL Network, ESPN, all of your major favorite podcasts, graphic designers across the industry, so on and so forth. This is Business and Brews. Today, we are joined with our special guest, but you guys already know him. He's chewing on his Starburst right now, and it's the fucking funniest shit. Justin from Clock Management Fantasy Football, ladies and gentlemen.
What is up? How you doing, Robbie?
I'm good. I feel like we're used to working with each other, bro.
Yeah, I had a huge oversight here, and I forgot to bring my beer in here when I ran in here.
You can go for it, man. Go for it.
All right. Yeah, give me about 15 seconds.
Yep, you get your beer. I'm going to pay some bills. Ladies and gentlemen, Make sure that you do check us out on sportscaster.com. Download the Sportscaster app on all Apple and iOS devices. If you have not already, sign up. Follow the Rum Boys. Watch the Rum Boys on sportscaster.com. That's Sportscaster without the E at the end, okay? Also, check us out on rumboys.com. Support our full writing staff over there in the captain's corner. They are holding it down. They are getting you guys taken care of with all of the latest and greatest articles. Also, check out Rum Boys Apparel. We have you covered on this summer's hottest drip. No, this shirt's not on there. I got this at Santa Monica. And I'm just repping the goats right now because we're having a goat meeting tonight for Business and Brews. Also, monkeyknifefight.com for your daily fantasy props. We do have you set up for the Woodley and Burns UFC matches this weekend. So go ahead and head over to monkeyknifefight.com and utilize promo code RUMBOYS. Use promo code RUMBOYS as you see it here above me at the top of the screen. That's RUMBOYS spelled with a Z in all caps. When you sign up and create an account, we are going to match you on your very first deposit, every single dollar, all the way up to $50. You might as well put in the full 50. You get you put in 50, you get a hundo to play DFS with. You know what I mean? And then finally, here in the live chat, I am going to give you guys this week's Fanatics promo code. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys this week's Fanatics promo code. Make sure you guys use promo code 39SHIP or 65% on all site-wide items. For all of your favorite NFL, NBA, MLB, NCAA merch, things of that nature. If you need fresh gear, fanatics.com, baby. We got you. Justin, you back?
Yeah, or rumboys.com, and you click that apparel section, get you some fresh gear.
You can get our gear on rumboys.com. Our Fanatics link is right there in the chat. We are going to get that Fanatics link embedded into the apparel. I'm trying to get that done, honestly, probably by the weekend. We got to get a whole website overhaul. We got to get your web page up. We got to get all of our new signees web pages up. We got to get all of our new merch up. So rumboys.com, ladies and gentlemen. as long as we're talking about all that stuff, this is a perfect way to segue into Business and Brews. You know how we got to do on any given episode, bro. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do. Dilly, dilly.
Dilly, dilly.
Hold on. Someone is just begging me. They're like, comeback kid in the chat. He's like, please, just answer this question. Please. It's like the kid that's got that hand up. Rom, this question is the question of the day from our basketball coach. Who would you rather want? Prime Melo or Prime Paul George or Prime Harden? And who would win a first to 21? I mean, we're not talking about that today. But I mean, I have to go with Harden because he got that step back jumper. He's always going to call his own foul streets. He's going to be at the line all damn day, baby. But I mean, Prime Melo, he won some Olympic championships for us here in the U.S. So I mean, go Melo. Paul George, he plays for the Clippers now. So fuck the Clippers. Anything to do with the Clippers, I don't care about them. But we're not here for that today, ladies and gentlemen. Business and Brews is what's on the agenda today. Any other random questions in the chat will be ignored. Let's dive right into it. Justin, so I did not send you an outline for today because I figured we know each other well enough. We work together and we could just do this without any of that shit.
Yeah, I'm down.
Hell yeah. So first off, I mean, let's just start nice, easy, and simple. We're not going to do anything groundbreaking yet. How are you doing today, dude?
Oh man, I've had a busy day, but I made it here, and now this is, my safe space. This is my comfortable environment right here. I get to come talk with you, be on here in front of people, and talk about the things I love: football, business, beer.
Beer, yes. I'm on some cheap beer. I see you got the Rona over there.
Yeah.
No coughing with it though. You're good there. You're safe. You're healthy. So I like that. We're practicing our social distancing here. You got the Rona. I got a Rolling Rock.
Nice.
And I just killed a shot of this orange twist, Captain Morgan. So I'm feeling pretty good. I've been in the studio almost a total of between two episodes that we dropped today. We dropped our fantasy football friendly for the Buffalo Bills, and now I got you here for Business and Brews, bro. I've been in the studio total 8 hours so far.
You gotta let me co-host a Business and Brews opening the playoff week 1 because we're gonna be coming out with our own beer that same week.
We can definitely make that happen. and then what we'll do is, because we have our new sponsor, we're waiting on the samples to come in so we can really push that product, our C Beer D. So, I mean, we might drop a shot of C Beer D in there and really, get at it. Beautiful things.
The name of the beer is going to be Off the Clock.
I fucking love it. I love it. That's patent. That's already patented. You fucks trademark.
Yeah, patent pending.
Patent pending. Don't get it twisted out here. The Rum Boys got lawyers. First question I want to ask you, bro. Let's just dive right into this thing. Broke the ice a little bit there. How did clock management come about, dude?
So what's funny is I have a close knit of like friends I grew up with, and we all got into fantasy football together. And then one of our friends, like, I was already thinking about this, and he is like, dude, I've been thinking about like starting a podcast for fantasy football. I'm like, oh my God, man, I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I'm totally down. Let me know if you want to do it. He's like, yeah, let's do it next year. I'm like, yes. And then we talked to our other buddy, and he's like, I'm in too. The three of us can do it together. I'm like, all right, this is going to be awesome. Then, like, as we start getting closer to the season, I'm talking to him, and like, no one just seemed like anything was moving. Nothing happened with it.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was like, man, what's going on? Like, are we not doing this? So I didn't want them to feel like I was abandoning them and like, stealing their idea. So I didn't do anything. And then we didn't have, there's no podcast that year. And then the following year, that same friend dropped out of our fantasy football league. He's like, oh man, I think I'm going to take a step away from fantasy football. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to do a podcast then.
Yeah, I'm going to just run it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just going to do it because like I'm in on this idea. And our other buddy we had talked to, he's like, I still want to be part of this. And that's my co-host Perry. And I'm like, all right, let's do this together. So like that was when the idea spawned to do it. And then the work behind it, like, man, the idea in my head was like, I love talking about football. I could talk about football all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's easy. All right. So I'm going to have an awesome podcast.
Like this shit is cake.
Yeah. And then we started actually making a podcast. Like we start like trying to get down to make the podcast and thinking about all the stuff that goes into it. Like, oh man, I need a camera for like, I don't even have a webcam on my computer. I'm like, man, it'd be a lot nicer too if I had and then I'm like, I got to record this in some way. So I had to figure out how to do that. And then I'm like, man, it'd be a lot easier to do all this if I had more monitors. So now I got like a whole setup going on and like the microphone, the stand for the microphone. And then as you grow, you start learning other things and we start getting things like the sign back here and like just the business side of it. Like the content creation is so small compared to every other aspect of it.
But it's probably the most beautiful aspect of it, if you will.
Oh,
because you're watching something build and grow right before your very eyes.
Yeah, and like it's something you could be proud of, you know, like I'm proud of it and I use it in all aspects of everything I do and reference it and for the podcast. So like I put my all into it and I want to create a good product every time I put something out. And like the amount of time, so when I say the content creation, I'm talking about just making the video.
Mm-hmm.
But the hours behind the scenes of like stats, like crunching stats, watching film, like all that stuff, like that goes into it, analyzing the new coaches, the new schemes there, the new offensive linemen that have come in, the defenses they're going to have to face this year that have changed. Like that stuff, and that all of that takes tons of time. I love doing all of it though. And then what's crazy is I love the business side just as much.
You ever feel like that with that, maybe some, if not a lot of what you do, depending on however you want to measure. I mean, this is more, I guess, a behind the scenes emotional kind of thing, a self-assessment tool, if you will. How often do you feel goes appreciated by people that may not know all of that? They only see the episode. Like, how much do you feel like your audience, I guess, fuck it, I'm gonna just say it, like let's call it out. Like, how much do you feel like your audience appreciates everything that goes into it?
So I mean, everything that goes into it, I would say probably 20%. Oh, what up, Craig? Yeah, so I would say probably 20% of that goes up there or goes into the content or how much they appreciate it. But I like that doesn't hurt my feelings at all because like I the other 80% isn't what I'm making for them. It's what I'm doing to get them what I think they deserve, and then also get it to places where it can reach them so they have an opportunity to see it. So, I mean, it's not like my feelings are hurt when I'm like, my work is not appreciated. No, I do it for like, I don't expect that to be appreciated.
So me, I guess what I was really looking for is like for me, you know, when I can just get people in the chat together, right? Big shout out, Craig, already, man. You know, he's big general out there in the chat, man. We appreciate you out there.
He actually just won a autographed TY Hilton jersey from me.
I was gonna say, the TY joint. I just checked the mail today, man, and I'm still checking it, brother. I got you,
Yeah,
Justin.
I'm gonna send you that.
Yeah,
I'll send you that tracking number.
yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, we just go. I got a present for y'all. We got an unboxing coming from Clock Bennett. it's an unboxing event. Damn it, coming soon. So no, for real, man. But I just feel like when I can get everyone together, and I know that I'm providing that analysis that helps people win their leagues. I feel like that's when all the pre and post production work goes into it. Like we have a big event coming up Monday, and I don't know if you want to talk about that event or not. It's up to you. We're going off.
So we're doing it Monday. I'm gonna put it out as content on Wednesday though. So everyone will see it Wednesday. We got a mock draft that we're doing with man, it's a bunch of the community, as I guess, because we got podcasters, content creators, and other aspects for fantasy football. We got people from NFL Network on there, just a plethora of experts in football and fantasy football in all aspects. And we're going to do a mock draft together so you guys can see what it's like, the different strategies used, and what it looks like when you're drafting against people like that. And plus, I like to think that we all have really good personalities, so you're going to enjoy hanging out with us, and it should be a lot of fun.
It really is. It really honestly is. And let's talk about some of that. Behind the scenes, you had to book all of these guys. We're not going to drop spoilers here. Like, if you guys want that, like if you want the full edition, then yeah, you need to tune into Clock Management Fantasy Football, and that's just it is what it is. If you want to get maybe some sneak peeks, I don't know if Justin is gonna chop up segments.
Yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'll be dropping some little sneak peeks on there.
Exactly. So get on the Insta, get on the Twitter, at Clock Management on the gram, at Management Clock on the Twitter, and then you guys already know what it be. Rumboys spelled with a Z, NET on all social medias. We're going to be resharing all of the content that he's going to be sharing. So if you miss it on one, you have it on the both, right? This is going to be a big event. And what did it go into the blood, sweat, and tears in booking that event? I know that we were sending out tons of emails.
Yeah, because this is a busy time of year for people like us. You got the draft that just happened. We're gearing up for preseason to start right about now. It's what everyone calls draft season. The drafts are starting to happen, Dynasty especially, and a lot of these other ones. So people are like creating content a lot more than they were 2 months ago. So getting these people's schedules to align is not an easy task. We got 12 like very high level individuals in this industry. So we're all busy. And the fact that we can make something like this come together where we all connect in the same time and different time zones makes it even worse. But all come together to emails, email trafficking, going back and forth, people scheduling, getting people, see if they could reschedule other things. It's crazy, man. And I'm just excited that we're going to get to work. I've worked with all of these people separately, and I'm excited to bring everyone together.
And it really is something special. In the essence that what's going to happen Monday and what you guys are going to receive in terms of content on Wednesday night, we're talking about a culmination of personalities that one, I can almost guarantee that a lot of you guys seek or admire or look at in the fantasy industry, but two, the collective group that is all together. It's different ranks throughout the fantasy industry, but some of the most respected of the respected. So is there going to be a little bit of back and forth between people on that panel? There's probably going to be a little bit of back and forth. There may be a little bit of that. Is there going to be, some of the little guys out there trying to, step up to the big guys like, yo, I'm really here. And I'm really I'm really about that action. is that going to happen? I mean, I can.
It's got to. It's a draft. It's a draft. It's got to.
I mean, it is something that you're definitely going to want to be a part of, and I think that is going to be big for the community because every demographic and every size of the community, when we talk about people who have different follower bases or different size follower bases, everyone's so different. Yeah, and I think that a lot of people are really going to, excuse how I say this, Justin. I think a lot of people out there are going to differentiate the real from the fake.
No, and what I love is like a lot of us have just very different rankings too, like with people. And I mean, that's what I love about fantasy though, is everyone has their opinion and their takes on it. So it'll be interesting to see where guys are drafted because none of us are going to be going off of consensus rankings.
No,
like
we're all going off of our brand. I feel like,
yeah, no one's gonna have up just whatever it's gonna be on Sleeper, so no one's gonna have up Sleepers just ADP and drafting from there. If you are, then you've already lost.
Exactly. You're stepping into a room full of demons, a bunch of behemoths. You know what I mean? Hellhounds. We eating mean, eating green.
Yeah.
I just spit that off the top of my head. I came up with that.
That's sick.
Thank you. Shout out to Crooked Eye for the alliteration, the inspiration on the alliteration right there.
Bro,
which is one of your artists. Let's actually get into the background. So like, Justin, I know you a lot more candidly than a lot of other people, brother. And I feel like there was a time period previous to you getting into fantasy football and podcasting that you were already in the entertainment industry. And I feel like that kind of drove you to where you knew that, like, oh, this is how you start a podcast. Like, oh, like this is how you do X, Y, and Z, market X, Y, and Z. Motherfucker, I'm in. Like, let's go. So like, how did, let's talk about that. Like, when did you know? When did you really know that, like, I got big dog draws on and I'm coming in this thing?
Man, so what's crazy is like I used to work with music a lot in Seattle area, set up concerts, things like that. But like I always enjoyed being the guy behind the scenes. Like I would not like, I'm not setting up like the speaker equipment and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong.
No, you weren't that. You weren't that. You had connections.
I like to be, by the time the show's starting, I like to be sitting up in the VIP watching the show happen. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. I'm there. I've done all my hard work, gotten everyone in the building. Everyone's there. It's a party. And now it's my time to party too. I'm not working no more at that point. And so that's what I enjoyed. And then, like, I used to do that before I was in the military, and then I joined the military. Been doing this for quite a while, and then like the transition going into, I mean, I love fantasy football. Obviously, that's the biggest thing that drove me to it. And like I said, I love all the behind the scenes work that goes into making a podcast because, like, honestly, that's fun and exciting to me, and that is more along the lines of what I did before I came into the military. But the on the camera stuff, like that was completely new to me. And honestly, I think it probably took a little while to get completely comfortable, like talking to people through a camera and being myself and just being normal. My first episode I ever did, I scripted out word for word from the first word to the last word on the podcast. And you can tell when you watch it, you're like, that is robotic and nobody wants to watch that.
but you guys figured out the formula and you got it moving. So you utilize your entertainment experience to kind of industry experience to kind of, I guess, more so work as a marketing tool.
Yeah. Yeah, the marketing, that's a big part of it. And then even negotiating contracts, stuff like that with sponsors,
affiliates.
Yeah, that's huge. A huge behind the scenes part. That's why, like, I know a lot of people out there probably don't care, but like that's how I'm able to get continue to give away autographed jerseys every month and do things like that because, like, honestly, like, with the sponsors, I try and get as much money out of the sponsors so I could give it back to the listeners. I don't need that money. I'm doing just fine for myself outside of podcasting. So I'm like, let me take all that money, invest it into something that I know the people who watch my show can appreciate, and then give it to them.
Let me create an experience for you.
Yeah. Like I don't want my listeners to ever pay for anything for me. Like I want them to be there as like actual supporters. Like you're just there to enjoy the content and benefit from the same benefits I get.
Bro, and that's one of the things that I pride myself on is that I'm building this for y'all. Like I'm gonna have fun doing this irregardless, whether whatever I do does dog shit or whether we fucking say something that makes us go viral. Like I'm doing this for fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it. That's on. Like I enjoy doing this.
You know, I mean, but at the same time, you know, yeah, like to give you guys an experience, there's that money that goes into it. I mean, and we appreciate our sponsors. We appreciate our affiliate partners that are working with us, that, you know, that are on that G-Man movement, that are giving us that money and showing us that love, because we put it all back into you guys and our sponsors and our affiliates. They see that.
Yeah, and that helps them too, because then you know they're partnering with someone, you know, with people who have that close relationship with their fan base. And I like, even though I'm negotiating money with these contracts and stuff like that, I'm not talking to those people like
it's something that's real.
Like their
they're partner, they're partner with something that's real, and they know they're going to get that real interaction back.
Yeah, and it's real because like I'm not gonna tell anyone to go buy a product that I wouldn't use.
Hey, Craig, already. Hey, man, I'm about to go down and I'm about to grab me another shot. I'm actually probably gonna bring the whole bottle up, honestly.
Start rad a little early.
Oh, bro, it's Thirsty Thursdays. You already know. Make sure you guys check out Rad Rum Boys After Dark. That is tomorrow night. We're gonna be lit in titty. It's gonna be lit. You're definitely gonna be with it. Notice how like now like it's just me and you, like my language is completely different. Like I have my own lingo. Like I have my own fucking flow. Like people are probably like, what is he saying? But like anyone that really knows me, they're like, I know what exactly he's saying, and I'm with it.
So that's Robbie.
Yeah, that's just him. He just has that thing, that ism, as Bogart likes to say.
Yeah.
So now you're in the podcasting industry. How long have you and Perry and Perry? He's your sidekick, or I didn't mean it like that.
No, yeah, he's the co-host of Clock Management. He's my sidekick. He's my right-hand man. You know, like he's there for whatever I need. But like I've known Perry since he was, I think since Perry was 8. I think I'm a little bit older than Perry, so I think I was 13 at the time, 12 or 13. But yeah, I've known him since he was just a little guy. I used to pick on Perry a little or quite a bit. And then as he got older, he just like joined our group of friends, you know, and he just became one of us. So
he grew on you.
Yeah. And he's one of my best friends now. I actually got ordained and married Perry.
Oh, wait, what? Oh yeah, you married. He didn't marry, guys. He didn't.
Yeah, I did. Whoa, yeah. Pause. I don't. How would you say that?
All right, so you got ordained, and you were the person that had said the vows in order to make sure that went down in order.
Perry and his wife are now married because of me.
They can make kids without it being sin because of Justin.
Yeah, Perry and his wife. Perry and his wife can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, that is. Perry, we love you.
Thank you, Craig. I wed them.
You wedded them. Yeah, you wed them. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I've known him since he is a little kid.
The FCC is definitely
and I was
ass for that one.
I was a slightly larger kid.
Oh, Bro, for a second there, it cut off, and it was like I was a slut, and like I was like, "Oh God."
That's a different story for when we're off air.
Yep. I was like, this episode just went, yeah. Vincent Brews, Justin. I'm kidding. Look, Connor Brook, he's like, married?
I know. I'm glad you caught that. I didn't even realize how weird it sounded when I said it.
It's okay. I've been around Bogart a lot, right?
Yeah.
So like when Bogart and Jimmo especially are around each other, I've gotten really good at this.
Yeah. This is what they meant.
Yeah. Anyways, how long have you been at the game? Because I know something that they don't know, but I got something to tell you. Justin's growth since coming into the game was very exponential. And I feel that, I'll be honest, I'm a beneficiary in the essence of, dude, like I acknowledged it early. I came in early and I was like, these motherfuckers, they got it. They're not like me because you guys were G-rated, but I also saw, I was like, if I get him on my show, it's gonna be bananas. It's gonna be bananas. Yeah. I didn't even know like all the background stuff like that we know about each other until then. So I was just like, it's gonna be bananas. And I find out it's bananas, especially behind the scenes. How long y'all been at it, and just what made you guys take the not so bananas angle, I guess you could say. Like, you know what I mean?
Man, so we came in, like, we've been doing this so just over, I think we started our first podcast, like we did a couple test runs before we put anything out. The first one that we actually released and put online was July, I want to say 8th of last year.
Yeah, it was around.
Yeah. So like we're about to hit our 1 year mark. We're approaching our 1 year mark. Yeah, we've grown quite a bit in that year. And man, I'm like super, Robbie knows me. Like I am super competitive. I am ultra competitive. And like, I look at other podcasts and I see what they're doing. And I'm like, I can do that better. I can do this, but better. I like that. So I'm going to do it, but I'm going to make it mine and things like that. And like, the reason why we decided to go with the keep it, G-rated is we just wanted to reach a broader audience. Like, that way I was trying not to, because I mean, like you already, you don't keep a G-rated, obviously, but you reach a larger audience because you don't just cover football.
Yeah.
So you cover all sports. So like I couldn't afford to do that with just covering football. So I'm like, I need to broaden my audience some. So let's not, like, Perry suggested it, and I'm like, I'm completely on board with this. Like, let's do that. And it's easy for Perry because he grew up. He used to work at like at a place teaching children.
Yeah.
So like he naturally can just shut that off and not swear. I'm in the military.
Exactly. Yeah. I wasn't trying to say it, but yeah, a military veteran. Not happening.
The first 3 or 4 years, the first 3 or 4 months of our podcast, you'll see I'm constantly messing up, dropping an F-bomb.
I remember. Yeah.
And quack noises covering it up. I've gotten a lot better at it, though. I will say, it's been over a month since I've messed up on air.
And this I know very, very, very well. Too well.
Robbie has a couple quacks on our show, in fact.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I was going to bring up. I like that you guys are adaptable on your show, and this is something I want to point out to anyone else that runs a podcast, and you're looking for, like, obviously if you're looking for a booking for the fucking right reason, I'm gonna first say that. Like, if you're just looking for a booking just to like come on air and say some dumb shit, this man is a busy individual. Like, it's a busy motherfucker right here. Like, don't do that. I mean, at least I can speak for myself. Like, I wouldn't like that. But like, if you legitimately want to come on and you're building your brand and everything, they are very flexible. Yeah, they'll edit out whatever the hell that you say, but very good show that I recommend that you maybe look out and reach out and collab with. I've witnessed Justin, especially just like especially on the project that we just did. That was a lot of booking that you had to do on your end. I was trying to help you with some of that, but you had already filled it all in.
Yeah, I don't work slow.
Neither of us do. Neither of us do. Your people just got back to you faster, which is fucking awesome.
I will say, like,
and you did amazing, but we all can't always book. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, we all can't always book. So, like, if you guys are interested, hit this man up. It's a great feature.
For sure. Like, I was gonna say, like, for me, it's not always about like how big of a podcast you are, or whatever content creator, whatever it is that you do. Because, like, for example, one of the guys I've had on my show a couple times, he's a writer over at RotoViz. He doesn't even have a podcast, but he drops fire articles. Like, he's a knowledgeable person that I enjoy his takes, and he's just very smart. And I was actually the first podcast he was ever on, because after reading his articles, I'm like, I need to hear this man's takes. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so I reached out to him, brought him on the show. It was a lot of fun. And like, I've worked with a lot of very large podcasts, but then also like some guys like that. Like, I have no problem working with anyone. So it's just like, if you're a good person, first of all, like, don't come at me being a jerk. I've had people attempt that to get me on the show. Oh my God. Right, BK? As soon as all this ends out here, we're gonna go grab some lunch somewhere. But yeah, like I've had people come over to me, like, they want to have like an argument with me, and they're like trying to be offensive, like, and then they're like, and you should give me, like, bring me on your show so we could debate. I'm like, nah, man, that's not how you get on the show.
No, definitely not how you get on the show. Oh shit, BKB hopped in over here on Sportscaster and dropped some dono hype.
Oh shoot, I missed it.
He dropped that $2. Don't hype, yeah. Give me money on the Rum Boys. Thank you, BKB.
Dilly BKB.
What was that shit that you described that this tastes like at backstage?
A creamsicle.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Oof. Hey, can I ask a real question?
Yeah.
Completely off topic.
Let's do it.
Would you drink a liquid peanut butter and jelly? Like, if I told you there was a peanut butter flavor, like infused whiskey.
I'm in.
Well, I can't do it.
No?
I can't.
Man, that sounds delicious. Man, now you got my mind wandering. I'm like, man, does that exist?
I'll send you what it is. It's something that's really starting to trend and popularize here in North Carolina. Oh, fuck.
What?
He sent $4.
Oh, how am I missing this? I'm not seeing it.
It's on Sportscaster. He's doing it on Sportscaster.
Oh, gotcha.
Cheers.
So I'm talking about BKB.
So you and Perry, y'all got it set. Your guys are approaching your 1K.
Oh,
what has been the end goal? Like, what is the ultimate end goal, or is there really an end goal? I mean, I personally believe in no ceilings.
Yeah. End goal? No, I don't. That's not a thing. You constantly adapt. You constantly change, improve, and become better.
So then, what's most fulfilling?
Huh?
What's most fulfilling then?
Man, that's a hard question. So, like,
it's an interview, Justin.
Yeah, it's a good question. I like it. I like hard questions. I don't want softballs. You know, I don't want that underhand. Yeah. I don't want to lay up. Give me that hard shot. But
don't disrespect the softball players. We love you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, I challenge you to fucking the fast pitch right now. And I'm like sitting there like, ah.
Yeah, I don't want that either. No, give it to me. I said I want that hard shot. No, but like what's fulfilling for me is just when getting positive feedback from people. They like the content, or I mean, once the season starts, my advice actually helps them win games. That's what's fulfilling for me. So the more I see that, the better. I don't like I don't have like the subscribers, and that's when I see more subscribers, to me that's fulfilling too. Every time I get on there and see more subscribers, that makes me feel good. But that's not why I'm doing it. I just like the fact that I could talk to more people at that point.
Do you want to take a question from the fucking chat?
BKB
don't know, so you gotta
I got this. No problem, BKB. I appreciate the hard questions. I said that, BK. And it feels good knowing that we made it to the Super Bowl. And I'm just happy that you understand my pain being a Seahawk fan when you guys should have ran it on the 1.
Oh, fuck. Hey, and that's what makes the panel so great. Like our chat is amazing. Our fans are great, and they'll take a jab, and then we'll come right back and be like, that was fucking beautiful. I love it. All right, so there is no end goal. Getting the positive feedback is probably the utmost for you. You say the most fulfilling. We're going to start talking some fantasy football here in a second, but I do want to ask a question in regards to content creation, and that is, you have managed to get your following to be engaged in terms of uploads. Now, I know what you're doing and how you're doing it. And it's up to you how you want to put it out there to people what the fuck you're doing and how it is what you're doing. All right. He ain't cheating the system, y'all. I'll put it to you like this. He's not doing, I'll put it to you like this. He's doing the same fucking shit that you can do. Just better. You're just being too goddamn stupid and not making yourself accessible on all social media.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. Like, I'm on literally every social media platform.
So just talk your shit. Go ahead.
I'm old. I'm 34 years old. I have no place on TikTok, but Clock Management is on TikTok because Clock Management isn't Justin. It's an organization. The organization wants people from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Discord, whatever your social media is, just get on there. We're there. You can find us, and we're there, and we'll share content on there too, consistently. I'm active on all of these things, despite having a full-time job outside of this and still making content. Sleep is just overrated.
That's a fucking fact.
Yeah, and then like content creators, like there's thought that goes into everything that you do, from the thumbnail for for every episode to how you market it to things like that. Like I'm not going to go too deep into that. I can't give you guys all
calculated stuff.
Huh?
Calculated stuff. You have to be meticulous.
It's a marketing game, and like if you don't put thought into it, if you're just doing broad brush strokes, then you're gonna lose that game. So
if you're not being different, all right. So there's two ways that you can approach it. Like first, I'll just talk about thumbnails. If you're gonna try and maybe do some of the same things that other people in the industry are doing, then make sure that you're doing it better than them.
Yes.
So that's first off, if you're trying to, with us, with our thumbnails, like we're just trying to be different. Like we don't give a fuck, and we're also trying to be funny. Like So like we're also trying to take like something that hasn't been done and just redirect it. Like, you know, it's kind of been done, but it hasn't really been done in this manner and as frequently in how we're doing it. You know, so we just try and be different. We try and be comical, but we also trying to use a picture that says 1,000 words. Like we're trying to send a message. Like the NWA last week, we're just like, we're the baddest motherfuckers in sports. This is way before anything happened in America, people. I just want to first put that out there. I caught what I just said and what example I just used during the climate, and I was like, not cool, Robbie. Like, fuck. But at the same time, hashtag let me breathe. Sorry. But anyways, so I mean, you know, we like to be different and we like to try different things. And that's our MO.
And I think that's huge because like you guys set yourself apart from the rest of the market.
We're so memey.
Huh?
We're so memey.
Yeah. And then I kind of like with ours, I make it similar to a lot of the other industry with my thumbnails, but like you said, I make it better, like a better quality version of it. And what's great is a lot like some of the people who I see as competition, I also look up to them at the same time. Like I can look up to you because you're above me, but I also am striving to surpass you at some point. And those people, like I've reached out to them. They've reached out back to me and given me advice. Like I love that. And that's awesome. And some of those people are actually going to be in this mock draft we're doing. So it's awesome to see that kind of like the family environment in this industry. It's cool.
Yo, would you rather be stuck drinking gin for the rest of your life as your alcoholic beverage, or have the only seasoning you put on your food is garlic powder? Yo.
Honestly, these are not the worst options that I could have. But I'm going with gin because I actually love gin. So I'm drinking gin and tonics all the time.
All right. So like before the Rum Boys became the Rum Boys, like the only thing I would drink
seasoning.
Yeah, I was like, garlic powder is the only fucking seasoning, bro.
Like if I put it on everything, I'd be cool with that as long as I could mix it with other seasonings.
Like I used to be off the Bombay and lemonade, like easy, like yo, give me Bombay and lemonade, like
man.
But when you talk about my food, though, yeah, I'm Dominican. I can't. We're not putting the adobo on like everything. Like adobo goes on everything. Like, oh, mama just cut up a cantaloupe. Go get the adobo. Like, fuck it. Like, we don't care, bro. Like, it doesn't really happen like that, but fuck it. You know, still.
No, we appreciate it, BKB. Keep them coming.
We appreciate it. One of the other questions that I have for you, bro, is with the material that you're putting out, you're helping a lot of people and you're becoming relevant in the industry super fast. Your Brandon Cooks tweet blew the fuck up. I don't know whether it was a twofold tweet because it was equally parts correct and equally parts controversial.
Yeah. Bro, and that was shocking for me how big that got, because like I didn't expect it when I posted that. Like I posted that at night one night before I went to bed and I woke up to it. Like, oh wow.
Motherfucker, 187 likes.
Yeah, it's well over. It's in the mid 200s now,
bro. Yeah, you and LQ both got that same treatment. I just wish Cooks would retweet you on that one, but I mean, anyways,
I gotta tag him in that.
Like, was there any strategy, or you just like, man, I'm just on Twitter doing my thing. I'm just talking my shit. I'm just being Justin, bro.
No, so honestly, I've been doing a bunch of mock drafts, and I've been targeting Cooks, and I've noticed how far he's fallen. And I did one where I grabbed him, and the right before I sent that tweet, I did a mock draft where I grabbed Brandon Cooks in the 9th round.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And so I'm like, I gotta be wrong on this. Like, there's no reason he should be falling this far. Let me go look at the stats on this and his injury history. Like, let me get in depth on this. So I go look at everything, and I'm like, no, everyone else is wrong.
Yo, hey, that sounds very, 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 very much like me with all right, I'll be honest. Everyone wants to be like, I called Terry McLaurin stupid easy, and I was like, nah, like, no, you didn't.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed on Terry. I missed that train when he was a rookie. Like I missed it.
Bro, like I feel like you're gonna experience what I experienced last year where I'm like, no, I'm correct. And then you're gonna be like, yeah, I fucking told you. Like when I told people last year, I was like, Saquon Barkley is not gonna be the 101. You're overthinking it, it's gonna be Christian McCaffrey. No, I'm going with Saquon.
That's my Dalvin Cook take this year. Dalvin Cook is gonna be the number 2 running back this year.
Dude, he's been climbing the boards year after year. And
that's what I'm saying. And everyone's like, "Oh man, you can't go for Dalvin. It's Saquon because Dalvin Cook's an injury risk." I'm like, Saquon. Like, they were both injured last year. Dalvin Cook was actually less injured.
Do you feel like there are many analysts that are afraid to let certain stats or production overcrowd their and we gotta get opinion? Yeah, their popular opinion. We also got to get into a dono hype here. We got 20, 40, 60, 80. We got 80 cents over here. Wait, I think, 80 from over here from BKB. He just started dropping 20-cent donos over here on Sportscaster. He's like 20 cents, 20 cents, 20 cents.
Drop that quarter.
Yeah. So he's right around a quarter from being a dollar holla. But I mean, we gonna drink to the donut hype because he dropped like 4 of them bitches in a row. Like he just started dumping them. Just started just dropped them.
Oh man.
Really quick for anyone that's wondering before we get into Justin's response here. The reason why BKB is donoing on Sportscast is because the supporter of the broadcast of the stream gets 100% of the revenue. And he knows that. So that's why he's dropping his money over there instead of over on YouTube. So I don't want YouTube to be like, he hates us. No, he's taking care of us. That's all.
Yeah, he likes his money.
Justin.
Yes. But no, I think a lot of the bigger podcasts fear saying things that might not be taken as a popular opinion. Because, and to back that up, like you can go to Fantasy Pros. That's one of my favorite websites to use. And you can look up all of their statistics, like where they rank players, right?
Yeah.
And then go watch their podcasts. But look where they rank the players and then look where they talk about those players on their podcast. It's not the same.
No. They're actually on the big screen in the background. I think you said that on purpose though.
I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I just hit that beer one time because he just dropped a dollar holla.
I'm gonna finish this one.
I know I'm about to crack the next one.
But yeah. That's like I think a lot of the bigger ones. I mean, I don't blame them. Like they have more to lose than what I have to gain. You know what I mean?
But all right. So you and I, we've always and one of the things that I want to point out is we've always relied on our early ethos, and that we're not gonna say anything just for fucking clickbait, just for like bullshit. We're not like. I've never heard you say anything that you haven't believed. Like, bro, I just got done. We're about to do 2.0 of the Clock Management Fantasy Football mock draft series that Clock Management is running. And actually, that would actually put us right on par for 3.0 together because I'm be launching 3.0 for my series.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. We didn't plan it that way. It just happened.
No, it just worked out.
Yeah. So. On 1.0 of your mock draft series, you stuck to your brand and and we demonstrated that. And you demonstrated that. You didn't go and pick anyone that was I didn't go and pick anyone that was against my brand either.
Yeah,
And
we're
we did
both
that with-
on brand. Like, that's what I love. Like, we're not saying this just as, like you said, it's clickbait. This is like what we truly believe these players are going to do and where they're going to perform. And I mean, I know your history and you know mine, and like we're both accurate. Like, we've both done a good job at predicting this stuff. Now, I'm not going to tell you I'm 100% accurate. I missed, like I told you. I wasn't on the McLaurin train when it took off.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to claim to be. But part of being a fantasy football analyst is adapting. I see that now. But like, you're not going to get 100% of them right. That just doesn't happen. If that happened, then I would be a billionaire and I probably wouldn't be making a podcast. So,
bro, all right, prime example. So we're in championship fantasy football week last year, right? And so many people, it's like fucking like week 15, week 16, something like that. And everyone's like, Rashad Perriman. Every fucking fantasy analyst is running to the podium. Rashad Perriman. That's who you're starting for your championship week. That's who you're getting off of waivers. You know, and of course, by this time, like all like the studs, like AJ Brown, like all these guys, like they're already gone. Like they're already off of waivers, right? BKB with a $2.
oh, man, I'm out right now.
I know. It's okay. Just rock with me, okay? Just stay here. Just sorry. BKB's gonna get me fucked up some way or another. He does this. So we're at the championship weeks, and I'm like, fuck Perriman, and whoever else was like the other option that week. I was like, go Steve Sims Jr. And that's how actually me and Jim.
I remember this.
Yeah, and I literally I wake up the next morning with 13 emails from not fantasy competitors. Like, I'm not even in leagues with none of these fuckers. I didn't even know that these people watch my podcast. People are like, you're fucking stupid. You're wrong. I got people coming on my show asking about this person now. Like, should they draft them? Why would you mislead them? You misdirect them. I woke up following those games. That day, we faced the Giants. The Redskins faced the Giants. And I have about 9 to 10 people. I think I think it was like 10 people. And Jimmo was one of those 10. Dude, thank you so fucking much. I just got a fantasy championship because of you. Yada, 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 yada. Well, and I converted listening basis from, I know that you just shouted them out. And I know that we're probably going to compete against them. They're in SBF. They're in SBF this year. Like I compete against these guys in Scott Fishbowl. So Fantasy Pros, sorry, but you're becoming a victim to the Rumble Boys Fantasy Network.
Oh no, I'm not. Their podcasts. I mean, honestly, I just don't listen to it. No hate towards them, but I like how they have their player stats and the analysts.
I like
their
rankings. I like the website, but what they say on air, you'll never find anything that we say on air differ from what we type. Like if I say something on air, if I type it, it's going to match that. If I say something on air and a different writer types it from our staff, that is that writer's opinion. But yeah, like, I'm not giving a fuck, bro.
Yeah. They like I said, I have no hate towards them. I don't watch their podcasts.
No, and we're not using this as like a bash session, but all we're saying is we grew our brands, and this is what Business and Brews was built for. We grew our brands, and then I interviewed guys like yourself, and I personally work with guys like yourself because we're not saying shit just to say shit. We hit, and when we hit, and our hit rate is high.
Yeah, that's like BKB was just asking in the chat about Kenyon Drake being overhyped with such a small sample size. Yes, absolutely.
Dude, yes. I was trying to say that until you got your beer. I was saving that. I was pocketing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one here in a second, but yeah, he absolutely is being overhyped. Like, he's being drafted. Like, I think you said, I don't know if you were speaking about him. Oh no, I was talking Bogart actually earlier today. He's being drafted at a ceiling. Like this is if he performs at the best where he was last year, like he kills it. This is where he should be drafted. But we don't know that's the case with such a small sample size when you have other proven guys that are going around the same time as him. Like I'm not taking that chance, especially, and this is another thing I'm big on. I'm not taking a huge chance in general on one of my first 2 picks. I'm taking some safe guys, and then I'm going to take that risk later with guys like Brandon Cooks, where I think he's going to hit and he's going to be fire, but he does have a history of injuries. But if he hits, he's going to be up there as a top-end wide receiver. Meanwhile, you're drafting Kenyon Drake as if he's going to be a top-end running back, and he has just as likely of a chance of busting as Brandon Cooks does.
Absolutely. With that said, I'm going to buy you some time on the
All right,
clock.
I'm going to let you cover this one. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You're on the clock, Robbie.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and first finish off with that Kenyon Drake thing. I believe that the universe points out certain things for you for a certain reason. And there's a reason why if I'm drafting in that middle position, which is where you probably want to draft this year, I feel like that those middle spots between, I feel like 4 still might be a little bit high, but between like 5 and 8, I feel like are real sweet spots. And that's where you really want to land in your drafts this year in terms of redraft. Kenyon Drake, there's a chance that you might not end up with them as a 1-2 punch if you're going running back heavy. So I'm willing to miss on Kenyon Drake and take someone else, maybe like a Aaron Jones. So I mean, with the Kenyon Drake, the small sample size, I mean, I think he's definitely going to produce. I mean, but I'd much rather go for like an Austin Eckler or Aaron Jones, But even so, like Eckler's right after Kenyon Drake, so you're worrying about that one too. I'd much rather go for a much reliable situation there. Now, this question here is Robbie Anderson going to Carolina a upgrade for his career or a downgrade? All right. Here's the problem with this question is the background behind this question. So in order for me to answer this question, we have to go behind the background. New coach in Matt Rule. New quarterback in Bridgewater. DJ Moore has just been a monster for them. Curtis Samuel is still there. Ian Thomas is not adapted at the tight position. I would like to think that's an upgrade for Robbie Anderson. If I can fade Robbie Anderson, I'm going to fade Robbie Anderson and maybe try and grab like someone more solidified like Marvin Jones Jr. or John Brown at that ADP around where Robbie Anderson is going. No one should have Robbie Anderson as a wide receiver 1. Like, and if they do, then well, they're
your
drunk.
team, yeah, you're in trouble on your team if that's your wide receiver 1. I love Robbie Anderson as a wide receiver.
Who do you like, Robbie Anderson or Curtis Samuel?
Oh, I mean, so this is a double-edged sword for me because like I like Robbie Anderson more, but as a wide receiver, like I like Robbie Anderson more. I think Curtis Samuel's the safer pick. Robbie Anderson, I think, has the higher upside. But with, like Robbie is saying, with the ADP, I'm probably avoiding both of those guys.
Exactly. I mean, I like if you guys watch my Fantasy Football Friendly series, and it's important that you do watch the whole series. I do this in a series for a reason. If you notice, I start picking out draft positions for each player on each team, and I break them down per team of who's fantasy friendly and who's not, and then I overrate and then I rate that overall team. And I bring this up in the essence of I do have the Carolina Panthers coming up in the next like 2-3 weeks, and that you don't know. There's too many question marks. Like if you follow this series, when I talk about the Bengals, how there's too many question marks. Detroit, there's question marks, but there's some stability. We just dropped the Bills today, and I did the Jets. When I dropped the Bills, I talked about how much more stability there is, and how I gave them an A- as a fantasy friendly team, versus the Jets, where it's like fucking like it's like a D, bro. So, I mean, if Carson is healthy, I would rather him than Drake.
If Carson's healthy, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
because he's proven.
But we don't know if we're not going to know if Carson's healthy. That's the problem. If my options between those two, I'm probably taking Drake, honestly, between those two, if that's my choice right now. But if Carson were healthy, 100%, I'm taking Carson. I just won't know that.
And I'm especially going to take Drake out of the two just because of the fact that I'm going to get Drake earlier versus him later. I know I can probably wait on Carson, especially now with the presence of Hyde there, and just be chill.
And I want to say with Curtis Samuel also, like with his ADP, he's quite a bit lower than Anderson. But like I said, I probably wouldn't target either of them. With Curtis Samuel's ADP, I'd rather get like Alan Lazard or even N'Keal Harry, someone like that with higher upside that late in the draft.
N'Keal Harry, especially if we're talking in dynasty formats. He said he played for Rule at Temple. Let's see. I think Robbie Anderson over Curtis Samuel because Robbie got the bag. Curtis is working for it. Yeah, Curtis is working for it. Yes, I am. It's IE though. It's IE, Craig. It's IE. All good. All good. It's all love. It's no disrespect with Carson.
No, I love Carson, especially for fantasy purposes. It's just the fact that I don't know that he's healthy. That it's a risk.
BKB just wants you to be high on the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's what he wants. Ask me about BKB, if you want me to be high on the Seahawks.
Exactly. Talk to me about DK. Talk to me about Lockett. Talk to me about Dangerous.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm high on all of them. Also, I'm probably not getting Dangerous just because his ADP is too high. But give me some DK all day.
I like finding a good balance team. I have no problem with that. Let's go ahead and let's get into the next part of Business and Brews, and let's talk about draft strategy. So a lot of people, they try and mix up different, point blank. When you drop your analysis, are you just trying to point blank make sure that guys are trying to win in their leagues? Or are you trying to make sure you cater to every demographic? Let me talk about these QB early people. Let me talk about these zero RB people. I feel like that zero RB is a pointless video to make at this point. You're not making any money. You're not getting any views off that video, No,
I mean, for me personally, so first I'm going to give you my rankings. I'll give you rankings of players where I have them, including quarterbacks, even though I will continuously tell you not to draft a quarterback early. But you need to know where it is, because if I'm telling you not to draft a quarterback early, but then Mahomes falls to you in the 4th round, you're grabbing Mahomes in the 4th round.
Yeah.
You just need to do that. So I'm not against it. Where you're getting these people is completely dependent on their value on your team. So I'm huge on that. But I'm not going to give you advice on going, like you said, going with not drafting a running back in the first 3 rounds, because I don't want you to hate me after you lose your league. I wouldn't do that. So I'm not going to tell you to.
Yeah, I'll say this. My fantasy football content that I make consists of your highest win probability percentage for you. It is never based off of if you're all right. I'll put it this way. If you're looking for a zero RB strategy video on the Run Boys Fantasy Network, you're probably not going to find that motherfucker. No. You're never going to find it. Because that video just may never be done. And it's not because of I care.
Personally, I'm going to look up on YouTube after this zero RB strategy. And if I'm subscribed to any of those channels, I'm unsubscribing.
I'm done. Yeah. You're not going to find. I might do a QB early strategy for you, but I'll explain to you why you should not do it.
Yeah, and exactly, I would explain to you the benefits, downsides of it, and why I prefer which strategy I like.
Yeah,
which I'm going running back heavy. I'm just gonna let you know, that's my general. Generally, I'm going running back. You might find me go running back, tight end. Or if a wide receiver falls enough, you'll see
I'm
me.
gonna go hit that. I'm gonna go hit that critical shit. Like you know, you might see me like I'll probably grab a tight end early in a tight end premium. Like I'm definitely gonna do that. You know,
and my thing is like when you're drafting, be flexible. Like you don't come in with a strategy and like it's not stone. You know, you don't just this is what it will be. I'm drafting 3 running backs in a row because if everyone else goes running back, then you should not be drafting a running back in the 3rd round.
I think BKB has stopped giving fucks and just starts throwing money over on Sportscaster, dog.
That's why I'm talking about BKB.
That's why I just took that shit. We got a $2 over on over on Sportscaster. Holy shit!
Oh, slap!
Oh shit, he's up in here.
Yeah, he's on YouTube over here.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck! I just clicked and saw it. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and Girls. What it do, dilly. We appreciate all of you. Slap enters in right away. He throws fucking $5. My dog is now, I think, deciding to try and get out of the room. Dude, I keep opening up the door for her, and she just won't walk out the room. Like I'll open up.
Are you there?
This motherfucker. All right, hold on. We're gonna pause the whole don't know hype thing after this next sip. BKB, thank you. Let me let my goddamn dog out.
That's what I'm talking about, BKB.
Musical break. Musical break. We got more Business and Brews questions for you guys. We're gonna go musical break. Justin, go take a piss. I'm gonna take a piss. Hey, everyone has this. We're just gonna slow things down for a second. Because everyone's getting out of control. I have a feeling like I'm like, yo, they're just seeing that we're live and they're gonna try and get us drunk. All right, y'all. We'll be right back. Oh shit! Yep. Oh my god! Come on, Noah. Hey, hey, and we welcome you to party with the crew. This is the Rum Boys Fantasy. Yeah, we're brought to you by me and my crew. Oh. Ah. I got bars or not?
Someone was asking where that beat or what that beat was called.
It's called Free Wiz Khalifa Currency Type Beat. It's called Wavy. It's called Wavy. Free Wiz Khalifa Currency Type Beat 2016 Wavy. But we about to use that for our theme song, the Rum Boys theme song coming soon. Me and Bogart, we about to hit the studio and work on that. Another question that I have for you, man, is, dude, like, so you guys, I mean, like I said, we've seen the exponential growth in the numbers. What's the plans? Like what are the plans once you break that 1K? I mean, what do you got coming? I mean, what exclusive content? What's the goals?
Eventually we're gonna get to the point where we have exclusive content for other, for our fans out there. People can get into it. You'll be able to win into this content. Like I said, I'm not going to charge for anything. So you'll be able to get in there, and there'll be extra episode. You'll have access to like our rankings and stuff like that. So and then eventually I'm going to be putting out a draft guide as well. I'm hoping to do that not this season, but next season.
Well, wait. Everybody, y'all know about the Rum Boys draft guide that we did in collaboration with our previous partners, Rum Boys LA. We're gonna put together a draft guide for you guys. We're gonna get together a draft guide. So I just need everyone to chill.
For this season.
We want to see how guys perform in OTAs before we start typing up shit and publishing it. We're not trying to give you guys this way too early draft guide, and then by the time you utilize it,
it's outdated.
Yeah, it's fucking useless. Like, well, you told me Antonio Gibson was the new CMC. Yeah, that was before Ronald Rivera realized that he had this person in his backfield. Like, I'm not trying to be that person. So,
or he fumbled the ball in a practice, and now he's sitting on the bench.
Exactly. So, I mean, we just want to make sure that we get some things together for you guys. But if we have to, I rather we have talented enough people that we can rush, put together something, and make it worth your value. Last year's draft guide, it was a free $99 draft guide. This year we're going to put that at a $5. Holla. But but we're gonna hook you guys up with a draft guide. So I don't want you to feel like they don't care about us this year. We give a fuck.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be helping with that one for sure.
Yeah.
And
that's why I put it out there.
Yeah, eventually, I want to be able to just create my own. I'm a workaholic, and so eventually I'm going to create my own. It's going to be a ton of work.
So it sounds like to the people that you're going to be trying your hand at writing here soon. They only know you as a video personality.
Yeah, down the line, that's definitely something I want to get into. That'll probably be a few years away before I have time to actually do that.
But it sounds like it's part of the career path. It's part of the career field. It sounds like that you're not stepping up to the plate with like a little dick, like big dick energy. I'm coming with this. I don't know when. I'm doing it. I don't care.
I mean, I know when. You guys, everyone out there doesn't know when. I'll put it that way.
There we go. BKP, I'm gonna address your $2 holla holla holla. Sabin ya dono hype ya. The dono hype for this stream has been crazy. It's been fucking love. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls. What it do? Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. He's like, hurry up and drop the Seattle Seahawks episode for fantasy friendly. But so we will have our draft guide for you guys. Justin, I think I cut you off there. Continue elaborating on what's next, though. I mean, because I feel like that's really the big question in your career, dude. It's really what's next. You have all the tangibles.
Yeah, I mean, I want to continue to grow. Like, what's nice about like there is a clear career path and like how to grow. The framework is already there for us, you know, like the blueprints out there with a lot of the guys who have come before us and blown up. I want to improve on what they did, how they've done it, be more accessible to my fan base than a lot of them, and continue to get bigger. So I want, like, I mean, Robbie, you've already got your own website. I love that website, and I'm excited to branch off from there.
You could just hit me up. You could just hit me up for my guy, and we'll create you.
Oh, yeah, I've got plans, but like I'm not ready for that step yet. Like with the amount, like I said, I'm on all these social medias growing. Once I get a solid grasp on everything, then I can feel comfortable to start handing some stuff off to other people as I grow.
Let's talk about that, because not everyone is as fortunate as you have been, Justin. You have a set of leadership skills that provides you the ability to where you can self-assess yourself and you can self-assess your brand. So you're able to retool and readjust at any given moment, which honestly, that makes not only for a good fantasy GM, but a good NFL coordinator. And I feel like in the world of sports, we have to emulate a lot of guys that we're working for or working with. And at what point did you feel like self-assessment was I feel like that's your greatest asset. Like you know at what pace you need to trend on, at what pace you need to move on. When did you know?
So I'm just a very, like, in general, like my entire life, I've been very, very self-aware of what's going on with me, around me. And I'm constantly self-assessing. And I think part of that is being as competitive as I am, but also analytical. It's like I want to win. And so I'm constantly thinking about what am I doing wrong that this person is doing right? What could I be doing better to improve this? Like, it's a constant thought in my head. And I go back and I retool things. I go back, I look at old videos of mine compared to new videos. I look at videos that I've done well.
And is that important for you, really quick, before you continue? Is that important for you to go back and look at study your own film?
Absolutely. On the business side of it, like, it's just as important as if you were to go watch tape of an NFL player before doing your analysis for his projections for this year. On a business side, you got to do the same thing. You got to look at where you came from to where you're at now, what you did to get there, what you've improved on, what are the tangibles that got you to that point. What did you do that made these improvements, and what could you do better? How could you improve on it even more to continue that success?
Okay. So I got a final question, and this question I think is important for the audience, because the audience has seen this brand through the ups and through the downs. They've seen us through the good and through the bad. They see people come, they see people go. But you've been consistent and you're rocking with the brand. And in Business and Brews, we're alternating between showing how we built our shit from the interior out to also showing what other people are doing. So, next week I will have someone that has nothing to fucking ever do with the Rum Boys, and in a way, honestly, Clock Management has nothing to fucking do with the Rum Boys, because their brand is marketed completely different.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. We run parallel to each other, but we don't intersect.
But at the end of the day, we do fucks with each other. We fucks with each other real heavy. Like we're Instagram posts, Twitter, like you name it. Like I share. You don't even share shit to a share group, and I'm on your page and I'm sharing whatever the fuck. I was the first one. I was the first one to share the Brandon Cooks tweet. Real talk. If anyone want to get that shit,
I didn't even know because I was asleep by then.
Yeah, you woke up to
woke
187. Yeah, and I was already on the fucking news, right? So what made you decide that, this shit is completely like, hey, Perry, I know that you want to keep this thing G-rated, but we got these boys and they fuck with what we're doing, and they're want to not control us, but they want to work with us.
No, like, honestly, like I watched some of your podcasts, probably 1 or 2 episodes of, I don't even remember what it was, which segments it was, but then
we started watching each other around the same time, basically.
Yeah, and then I had subscribed to you, and I started like looking into you guys a little bit more because I was still pretty small too. And then I was like, and then I don't remember who reached out to who, but you invited me on to Rad one night, and so I came on Rad, and I had a lot of fun. And then I talked to you on the phone.
Yeah,
and when I talked to you on the phone, just your mentality, the way you go about your business, like. I was like, man, I like this dude. Like I could work with him. The G-rated, R-rated, like that doesn't matter to me because, like I said, we could separate those two. Like we could keep those separate. We could do our thing. You could do your thing, and it's even better to me because now we're not competing with each other. And I love it. Like I was like, yeah, we could work together. Like we're both winners.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to hate on anyone else out there but there are people who aren't winners. They don't have that mentality.
Nah, and we're not here to hate on anybody. I mean, we talk shit. We're gonna talk shit. But I mean, that's just the nature of this game and trying to be the best at what we're doing. Do you mind if I go down memory lane before we close this out?
No, yeah.
All right. So check this out, right? So I'm on Instagram, right? And I stumbled upon your account. I'm like, all right, let me see who these guys are. Clock Management Fantasy. Well, I saw the name, and the first thing you got to do is you got to have a catchy name. Like you got to have that ism. You got to have that shit that people fuck with, right? So I saw the name and I was like, Clock Management, Rum Boys. Like, let me check on the shit. I was already searching for prospects. So you just fell in kind of the right, I guess, right time, right place. If you don't take that offensive, if you will.
No.
To where I was like, like I was just looking and I saw you guys' content. And I was like, I want to be on that show. I was like, I want to be on this shit. Like I'm trying to be here because you guys were really talking like that real fantasy football like shit, and I like the balance of Perry coming in and like he would drop his analytics and he would have a different take from what you had. But you would counteract with why you feel that something is A-okay or something sensible. And it was just like, I'm drawn into this shit. And I didn't even notice that you guys hadn't even cursed throughout a whole episode. Honestly, no, I'm being completely fucking honest. Because like with other guys, you could tell that they're trying too hard to be G-rated, Like,
yeah, that's like that's not the point, Like we wanted to flow, like just be natural because, like I said, it is natural for Perry.
Exactly.
It takes a little effort for me, but
I also caught you guys during the slip ups. Like this was like before the quack. Like the quack wasn't even a fucking thing yet.
Yeah, that wasn't with us from the beginning.
Yeah, so like I caught you a couple of slip ups, so I think that's also what helped me like kind of like cope, like feel at home. I didn't even know that you were a military veteran at the time. It's like I didn't know anything about you as a CEO of Clock Management until then. Until like 3 episodes into y'all shit, and I was just like, yo, I want to feature. I don't know, and y'all the only people I've ever approached were like, it's like, I want to come on. I will promise that I will feature you. Just trust me. Like normally, I'm like, do you want to come on? And then I hope that they feature me.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all were like, yeah, like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah, which was great timing because we actually had just started having guests on our show. Like the first half of the first probably 4 months, we didn't have any.
yeah, we used to use NDI and Skype back then, and for those of you guys who don't know, just look it up, Google it. It was a much more complicated process than what we use now. It was hard. It was very hard. Like you guys still use it on your show because it works because it's just you and Perry.
Yeah,
like,
when it's 2 people, it's not difficult, but when you start getting more than 2 people, it gets complicated.
It's so hard.
And honestly, I'm probably not going to use it anymore. Zoom is way better.
Yeah, Zoom and fucking StreamYard are the way to go.
Yeah, StreamYard is great. I don't know. I've had some like one of the softwares I use struggles with StreamYard. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to hit them up. StreamYard up.
No. But I mean, like I saw y'all shit and I was just like, I can tone myself down for this. Like to speak that real shit and to really make people win money, like I can really do like I'm driven off of results. Like the more people that are like, I heard Rumboys, I'm with it, and they won me a championship. Like I'm with that shit, you know. So we hopped on together, and it just became so organic. It didn't matter about, like you said, that like y'all are the family friendly version of us, and I love it. And if you were ever break that mold, I'd be so okay with it because it's so within your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
like I just feel like that you guys are the one people that are sky's the limit and shit's formidable for you. Like you can mold it like putty, clap ministry. Like you guys are, you're so young, but you're growing so fast where you can have fun with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I would love it. Like my ultimate dream for like clock management is to one day have a show on TV, and that's
what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that like I feel like that being G-rated is to that benefit.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be easier to get with these networks.
Really quick, I do well, before we I address the chat really fast. Like chat, I'm holding off on y'all because I got some things I want to talk to y'all about. Final question. I know I said that like 3 segments ago. How do you feel about like if we were to take Run Boys After Dark and make that bitch like a HBO Showtime Stars original around sports where we're just doing what we already do but together? COVID free.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. BKB said he's already streaming us on his TV.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I would love that, man. Like that's my that's kind of my ultimate dream is to be on TV doing what I do with like with like the background workers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we ain't gotta do shit.
Yeah, like
we are working on it. That is gonna be a thing. I know I've already asked you. I know I've already told you I will gladly pull a David Robinson, where David Robinson, for those you don't know, yes, he was a Naval Academy graduate, but the NBA bought him out of his contract. And then he, after that, went back to his naval service.
Dang.
I will gladly buy you out of your contract.
Oh man, yeah, there wouldn't be a need for it at that point.
Exactly, because you would have already stacked up.
Yeah.
Yo, I fucking love you and I appreciate you. If you want to go backstage, like just give me like a signal or something for what I'm about to say, and I'm gonna bring you back in so you can close out or whatever. But I do want to share this moment with the chat, if you don't mind.
No, go for it, man.
I'm sure you see what's happening in the chat, right?
Yeah.
So really quick, I do have a platform. I do have the ability to speak out and to represent and to say things. Sometimes those things that I may have to speak out and represent are hard for me. This sport does resonate within the sports world for us. To the family of George Floyd, to the friends of George Floyd, Stephen Jackson at Stack 5, you know that I love you and I appreciate you. I don't work with Hot Mic anymore personally, but I know that you're still over here with the Up and Smoke podcast and you're still a colleague in this industry, so I understand what you're going through. I've been asking and tossing and turning over 48 hours and mulling over this for 48 hours, so I should stress this. But and the best thing I can say is if you look like me and you listen to this show and you encounter something, do what's best for your safety. I try to think of the best words to say and like just resist and do what they say. That's not going to work. We found that out during Rodney King and so on and so forth. You know, I can't tell you what to do, but I can speak out as someone that does look the part. I can speak out as someone that's former military police and state that that is wrong. And I can use my platform to speak out and be on the right side of history and say the right thing because that's more important to me than anything else. And that for the family that is going through what they're going through right now, we love you. We appreciate you. For the protesters, I understand. And not every tactic could be right. Not every tactic could be wrong. And I'm not going to take a stance on either of that. But what I will say is that because I look different, it shouldn't scare you. And what I will say is that no matter how different I look, I still love and I appreciate all of you. I'm doing this episode today with Justin, and we look completely different. Use this as an example of how people can come together and not look at each other in the wrong way or a different way or whatever the fuck. I'm done fighting for the last 48 hours of how I can film this show without saying anything. And Justin, I love and I appreciate you for coming on this show with me because you know that like I've been dealing with shit personally with this, and you were still like, you're gonna get up and you're gonna do this show, and we're gonna do this show together, and this took my mind off of things.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I think this great like example how like you could just have a conversation with someone, man. Like, talk to people. It could change your perspective.
Exactly. We are a sports show. We are going to get back to talking sports, but I'm not going to ignore the platform that I have. I'm not going to ignore the fact that I have the ability to say something because I'd be stupid to not do so. And I think that my people would look at me wrong. I don't want to have that Michael Jordan stigma. I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan, but I don't want to be like, you could have spoken out, you could have said something, and you didn't. Whenever the documentary of the Rum Boys Last Dance is made, and one day it will be made, I don't want that to be how I'm represented. So I said how I feel.
Robbie, you can't say that while you're wearing a Jordan shirt, though.
I know, right? Hey, I got Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron up on it, you know. All of them is up on it. They're all together. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Be safe wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in to us. Thank you for allowing us to be your break. And from everything else in the world. And let's just be the change. Let's just do better. Tupac once said, every day I see, or when in the song Change, he says, every day I wake up, I see misplaced hate and anger. Something has to change. There's something along those lines. Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, and like I'm a huge advocate where like I don't have to agree with your opinion to like you. We can disagree peacefully, and I can have a discussion with you whether I agree with you or not. I don't have to hate you. I think that's a huge problem in America, especially lately, is if I disagree with you, you're evil and you're a horrible person. Like that's not the case. Like you can disagree with someone without wanting them to die or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to see stuff like that happen. I don't think that there's any way to justify that coming from the military. That type of stuff wouldn't be right in the military. There's no way it's right in the civilian.
And we're always taught to go home to our family safely,
Yeah. So,
Justin, tell them where they can find you.
You guys can find me Clock Management on YouTube. I greatly appreciate every subscribe on there. Like I said before, we do autographed jersey giveaways every month on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you have social media, I'm there. Also, we're on, you can listen to the audio from our shows on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. And I believe our next episode, it's either the next one or the one after that, will be on iHeartRadio.
You guys can catch me at Rumboy, spelled with a Z, N-E-T, on any and all social media. We're the same everywhere we go. Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm sorry that today's Business and Brews episode ended in that manner, but I know the people that really follow us actually give a fuck about the message that we just sent. If you don't like it, that's fine. I honestly, personally, I can't speak for my for my guest this evening. I personally don't give a fuck. But I do appreciate my guests.
No, man, I appreciate you having me on. And like you said, I mean, we are us when we come on here. Like we are
us.
We bring who we are on air with us. So, I mean, honestly, I think people would be shocked if you didn't address that.
I know. And I thank you for standing by my side because it was hard. So thanks for being on my side and being a friend.
Yeah, man. Like, you know my feelings on things. I try not to be political on
we don't, but
on here, but like there's some stuff where it's just you feel like you got to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clock Management Fantasy fucking football. Clock Management Fantasy Football. Not only is he a great follow, not only is he a great listen on all your podcasting platforms and all your YouTube viewing platforms, but he's a great fucking person and a great friend. This has been, in 4 episodes, the greatest Business and Brews we ever had. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. And all the Rum Boys and Girls what it do. We love and appreciate all of you. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.